Welcome to Keeping Up with Our Community, a podcast for and about Romeo Community Schools. Each week, we will invite different guests to share insights about some unique aspects of our schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com. Hello, my name is Marianne Brush, Communications and Marketing Supervisor for Romeo Community Schools, and this is episode 58 of our Keeping Up with Our Community Schools podcast. Last May, in a series on student leadership, we learned about Amanda Moore's Green Team. Returning to the MIT TV studio to update us on recent developments with the Green Team are Amanda Moore parent and Green Team advisor Stephen Anderson and his two children, Lincoln and Lucy. Is that correct? You're the advisor? What would you call it?
Yeah, team lead, advisor, participant. Yeah,
and you're
a little of everything. Yeah, it's a whole team over there.
And your partner in crime is Joanna Sarah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
yeah. She took more of a backseat role this year. Gotta give her kudos, all the paperwork that she does without any of the fun or glory with it. So
Yeah, I know. This year, she said too that she hadn't been as involved as in the past, but we'll hear about that. So thank you all for joining me today. I understand there's some exciting news to share about the Green Team, but let's just start with some introductions. So I will start with you, Mr. Anderson, just who you are and what brought you to Romeo Community Schools and what your interest is in the Green Team.
First, thanks for having us. Great to be back. Obviously parent, former educator, heavily involved in the community. I get to coach football, baseball with Parks and Rec. Honestly, everything I do is because of my kids. We school of choice our children here. We believe in what the district is. That's why we chose to come here. And because of their involvement, just increases my involvement. And so being Green Team, mystery reader, all those fun things, and it's the field trips. I'm blessed I can actually share this with my children and that they actually can love being a part of the team as well. So,
All right, well, let's go. Lincoln, you want to tell us a little bit of something about you?
So I am a avid hunter, fisherman. I like to do things outdoors. I love all the things we do with Green Team, going outside, picking up the garbage.
And what grade are you?
I am 5th grade.
5th grade, and you've been at Amanda Moore since kindergarten?
Yeah, kindergarten, yeah. Yep. We came out here preschool, and then Amanda Moore since kindergarten.
All right. And Lucy, what about you? Tell us what grade you are.
I am in 1st grade.
1st grade. I think that makes you pretty much our youngest guest so far.
1st grade, but 2nd year in a Green Team.
Okay.
It's great seeing her, the older kids interact with her and show her the ropes with it, and that she actually can participate and, more importantly, contribute to what we do.
Okay, so 2nd year, so you started as a kindergartner. Wow. With all those older kids, what was that like?
I don't know.
So what's your favorite part about being on the Green Team, other than hanging out with your dad?
I liked painting the bat houses, and doing the chess competition.
Nice.
Yeah, the trash car. We do a couple times a year, and again, it's simple things to make the world better. So this was our first time we had good weather lined up with one of our days, and so we had a contest, and we went out. I think we probably collected 40 pounds of garbage from the grounds.
Wow.
Split up into teams, and I've never seen kids more motivated to go get dirty and do that. I mean, I did promise a winning team ice cream, so that might have played into it.
Motivator.
They all did such a good job. We're going to bring in probably like cookies and brownies for our next meeting because collectively as a whole, even like our high school or serve teams came out, they were getting dirty. They were getting in there and doing it. I have a photo of it, and it was pretty impressive how much they accomplished in a little bit of time and how happy they were doing it.
Was this part of Earth Week or Earth Day?
It did line up with that. Yeah, it did line up with that. It was, we try to line up what we do in school with the different events. We pre-Earth Day, the one before, so we just a feel-good message. We went and got paper bags from the Kroger over on 30 in Van Dyke, and we decorated them with positivity messages, Earth Day messages, green team stuff. We decorated roughly 150 bags that on Earth Day, that's what they were used, and went back out into the community and hopefully got reused and repurposed, part of the 3 R's that we tried to do. So
Right. Yeah, well, every day's Earth Day, right? Every day we have to take care of the earth and our school grounds and our home. And so, how do you, Lincoln? What's your favorite part of being on the green team?
Probably knowing that you're doing the right thing by helping out the world, helping out your school, so you're not swimming around in garbage when you're going out to recess, and how everyone's having fun, getting together with the community, and all of the things like that.
it's funny, imagine swimming out around in garbage. We've done a couple unofficial green team activities where we've cleaned out Coon Creek, and also the other one that runs, I believe it's Tupper Creek. So we'll go through and do that and do summer projects with it. And so a lot of the green team kids we know still in the community, so they'll come out and help out with unofficial green team projects.
Well, I was going to ask, like, how does this translate beyond school, outside green team, into your home and just picking up trash around your neighborhood or in your local parks?
Well, that's their goal, is to teach simple ways they can bring this back home and create lifelong changes. You know, the idea of, you know, we gardens, we have compost bins, little mini ones. We, you know, where can things go to better purpose it? Lincoln, tell them about we did a Christmas tree drop this year. And so I don't know if you want to tell them about that.
So we took about a 12-foot trailer that, and we had people put their Christmas trees and other Christmas items that are biodegradable into the trailer. We would take it back to our farm, and we would make rabbit habitats out of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
some will keep
amazing.
it from going in the dump.
Yeah.
It would biodegrade, but it's going to take up space in the landfill.
Yeah.
And then we also then not just got to get rid of it, you know, properly. Yeah, we made rabbit habitats with them to help balance out the ecosystem.
I love that. That is amazing. So, well, let's hear a little bit about recent developments with the Amanda Moore's Green Team this year. I understand you had some recent award ceremonies.
Yes.
Some awards.
So first we'll talk about the team because it's the kids first and the team first.
Okay.
And we once again achieved evergreen status. For those who don't know, there's 3 levels of green team, and evergreen is the highest. It means we're doing the most amount of activities, community outreach, and we've hit that, I believe, 4 years in a row.
Wow.
So a small amount of the schools actually hit that. We were one of 2 in our district to obtain that. And then I found out, I didn't realize I was nominated. One of the parents actually put in, as it was put, very lengthy recommendation for an award. And I was chosen of the 77 schools in Macomb County that are Green Team schools. I was chosen as a Green Advocate Award for all the daily activities we do, the innovation and things we do to make our community better. And then as a surprise to us, we actually won a 3rd award, and that was our presentation award. And that's, again, where we talk about Joy and Sarah, the behind the scenes, the stuff that just goes unnoticed day to day that makes our team successful. And it was the way she put together all of our photos and our presentation of all the activities, trying to help bring it to life. And she's even talking about possibly doing a podcast to help out other green schools to not only just get their, not for achievement, but to get the other kids motivated. I mean, so as he was talking about, we try to touch all different forms of learning. You know, we bring art into it, we bring music into it, we bring hands-on. You get dirt under the nails sometimes. And so her application, the way she put together, she actually got the presentation award with it too.
Wow.
So yeah, the first time that we've taken home 3 awards. So it was a good day for Amanda Moore Green Team.
Yeah, congratulations. That's really exciting. So yeah, I think it would be great if there's another school out there, school district or school that is interested in, instead of starting from scratch, they could learn some lessons on how you all did this.
That's the biggest thing. Instead of reinventing the wheel, you know, reach out, you know, see what schools are doing that are successful. And one of the things we're talking, like all the things, whether it's the kids, the other parent volunteers, teachers have come up with so many creative and innovative ways that we can impact our area. The teacher last year came up with a buddy bench, and so we used a couple of pallets and created a bench that sits next to the greenhouse. The idea is a buddy bench in elementary schools is if you're lonely, you need a friend, send a buddy bench, and hopefully another nice kid will come sit down and incorporate you in. You know, just little things that we're working on. coffee ground recycling, working with one of the local coffee houses. Someone mentioned that about 5-gallon bucket weighs 45 pounds full of coffee grounds. Do 2 a week, you're talking 2,500 pounds of coffee grounds not going to the dump. So something that's really easy for, at least for us with the farm to do, but we implement battery recycling, pop tab recycling, which the proceeds then go to Ronald McDonald's house. Like things that are effortless, we're going to do anyways, whether it's throwing into the garbage or just throwing into a cute little 5-gallon bucket. Like little things like that can make a bigger impact through the totality of life.
What does one do with the coffee grounds?
So for us, what we would do, it's so one of the things we teach, we talked about with our greenhouse is the composting. So coffee grounds adds nitrogen, eggshells add calcium, and banana peels add potassium to the soil. So it's its own natural fertilizer. So because we have the land, we would just actually recycle them back out there. And so working, possibly partnering with Woodside, we went to the local coffee house. They actually had a lady who was already using them for chickens, and I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm worrying about, yeah. So I don't want to encroach upon that. So we're looking for other avenues. Just again, like something that's, it will break down in a landfill, but it's going to take up space. If you think about 2,000 pounds, you're talking a truck bed, maybe 2 truck beds full of coffee grounds every year, not going into a dump. If we're doing this and another school's doing it and so on and so on, the overall impact it becomes astronomical. And so, yeah, and so it's a win-win. You know, we have the spot and availability to do it. That's why we did the pumpkin dump. We've done it for 2 years in a row now. And that was about 2,500 pounds of pumpkins, corn stalks, straw, and we could put back out there, and it just gets tilled in, and it's the animals will eat on it during the winter, and then it becomes fertilizer in the spring.
Wow. So every season there's something.
There's always something going on.
Christmas trees.
Yep.
Or
Or you do fall cleanup before you get into the spring cleanup after a hard winter, especially with the runoff. It keeps all that from pushing back down into the creeks. Yeah. You know, then we're getting into planting season now. We're starting our seeds in the greenhouse. We're into soup cans as we paint them up and make little planters and put little notes in there that says like you're the missing ingredient or you're the spice of my life. And we're gonna send home some spices for the moms. We're gonna send home some
Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up.
Okay.
Again,
so repurposing.
Exactly. Yeah. But not just repurposing, but trying something they'll use. Like it's cute when your kids make something, it goes on the fridge, but then what? You know, where like, okay, you can go home with chives or maybe some oregano, basil, something you could use. Every year we've sent home, since I've been involved, we've sent home cherry tomato plants at the spring, so that way the kids can harvest little tomatoes at home, and maybe to get them hooked into it, to get the connectivity between this, you know, yeah, it's at the store, but where does it come from? Or I created it, the ownership, or if you don't water it, it dies. You know, like so there's a lot that can come out of it that, to me, it's fun. You know, and then seeing the excitement on the kids' faces when they do that, or, you know, they go pick the vegetables, or you'd be amazed. So we will bring all the kids through the greenhouse a couple times as we set up. We mix our own soil, and we do our own composting, and it's getting water from our water recycling and mixing. They love it. You know, I mean, I guess what kid doesn't like getting dirty sometimes, but kids you wouldn't think connect to it. You know, we've grown garlic in there. We've grown onions in there. We've done, this year, it's the first time we've done our own spices, you know, but just connecting all these things. I think I enjoy it more than they do, but it's a win-win.
But you're planting those seeds for down the road.
Pun intended.
Pun definitely intended, yes. No, and it's also time away. They're not on their screens. They're not on their phones. They're not, I mean, I don't think, Lincoln, when you mentioned what you like to do in your free time, video games didn't come up. You like to be outdoors. You like sports. I mean, it sounds like. It's
a balance with them. That's what we talk with both the kids. You know, they need those technology skills.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they both play sports, but they also like, you wouldn't know it by Lucy, but she is a killer fisherwoman. You know,
you? I'm getting a smile.
Yeah, she loves just getting out there and spending time, and that's the whole thing. We always laugh. I can wake up, drink coffee either on my couch, or I can do it out on the dock with the kids. You know, and get all of them out there with it, and just it's fun. And seeing that, like, again, when we go fishing on a creek or a river, bring a little grocery bag. We'll fill up 2 bags every time we go. And unfortunately, sometimes sportsmen aren't the best for respecting the environment, not calling them out, but I am. And so we clean up after them, or things fall down the river. We were fishing over by the golf course on 31 Mile, and I looked down and there's a 12-volt battery, the big car battery sitting there. Someone made it into an anchor for a boat and it fell off. So we pulled it out, we brought it back, we recycled it. You know, just doing those things and protecting what we love to do. You know, like I said, I mean, I think that's probably one of his biggest things is he sees a connection between what we do at the school and how it impacts what we like to do at home.
Definitely. Well, congratulations again on your award. I want to just read for our listeners who can't see that the Green Advocate Award hereby declared that Stephen Anderson is recognized for significant contributions to the conservation and preservation of the environment by both Macomb County and the state of Michigan. And it's signed by Joe Sabatini, Board Chair, Commissioner, District 4, Macomb County Board of Commissioners, and Phil Kraft, Commissioner, District 2, Macomb County Board of Commissioners. So that's really impressive.
Yeah, and like I said, they recognize me, but it is much about the kids, the team, the school. I've been fortunate, with the past principal there and the current to support it wholeheartedly in our endeavors. And it's whatever you need, let's make it happen. And so it's much a reflection on them as it is me. Yes, it's always nice being recognized, but that's not why we do it. It's the smile on the faces and the fun. It's great. Life is good.
How often do they meet? Do you meet?
We will meet. So this year was thrown off a little bit. So part of it, so we meet usually twice a month. We were a little bit different in structure with it as we've been transitioning. Joanna was bowed out this year. She's coming back next year with her youngest moving up into it. But so students actually had to apply this year and write a 3-paragraph essay, answer questions why they wanted to be in it. Take a guess how many kids signed up for it.
I won't even hazard a guess.
27 kids filled out essays to do it. And then some of them, like, my sister wants to do it. I said, bring her in too. And so we average about 30 kids when we meet. And it just, that just shows the level of dedication that they have, that they signed up, they did the work, and they show up regularly. We average about 24 to 26 every time we meet. We're fortunate the high school serve kids come out. We usually get between 4 and 6. Some of them we've had the entire time. They've been amazing. They enjoy it. So like I said, it's a whole community effort on that part of it. So yeah, it's great.
Well, it's important too. I mean, even if you're not going to turn a student away, but they understand that it's a privilege, it's an honor, it's something you have to show, and you have to think about why you're doing it.
Well, and that's what the year before we asked them, hey guys, what do you think Green Team is? And I kind of had an idea. Okay, well, what do you want the Green Team to do? And a lot of them, farming, get dirty, do a lot of those things. Some of them had no idea. And so we've shaped them and grown them, and it's those who, like I said, it's a choice to be there. And they're choosing to, and it's great. I mean, it's a great group of kids, and I'm hoping they take on these lifelong skills to be better to our environment. We got to learn better as a society to coexist with our environment, and so yeah, it's great.
Well, they're our future, this generation.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we need them to take the torch. And so in addition to this breakfast, the award celebration that was on April 23rd, so isn't there something coming up at the Detroit Zoo? You want to talk about that?
You guys both went last year.
Yeah.
What did you guys remember about it? I know it was a year ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. So what we're doing, so we're actually, they will get together to Tri-County. All the green teams are invited for the Tri-County. Kind of almost like we'll say celebration, a reward. I guess the last one was our celebration, but a reward for everything that we do. They'll have guest speakers there. We get into the zoo early. We get to kind of explore the different ecosystems and habitats and all these things you learn in school, how they commingle with each other. We get to then go see and do. And again, it's at the end of the year. So for those who put in their time, did their work, it's a great treat. I believe we have 19 of our green team going. We have a handful of parents going. The high school eco club's coming with it as well.
Aren't you guys sharing a bus?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
And they don't know it yet, but they're helping out with the kiddos too. But they're great. They will. So. No. But yeah, so it's kind of a nice end of year celebration. This is the second year that they did it. This is the first year we actually brought some of the kids to the green team. It's nice because as a district, there's other awards that go out, the logo design, and they recognize all the schools. And it's nice being recognized as a school. Because it's a lot of hard work that goes into it. It's again, like they create space for us. They create just everything they do for us. So it's nice that the school gets recognized for all their hard work.
Well, you mentioned all the paperwork. I mean, to be an evergreen school, that's a lot of, you have to have points and show
Yep. We have to document every activity we do, the application's a thorough process, the timelines. And then like I said, we also the Metamore, the parent group gets a lot out on Facebook, just sharing, our events, what we do, the photos. Sometimes we need community support for things. What's nice is the last 3 years we have been zero cost to the district for what we've done. And so part of it's done through parent donations or when we need things. And we run a small little nonprofit out of the farm. So I said, as long as I'm involved, I'm going to pick up the tab for anything we need. Just because, again, if if you want people to get involved, try and make it as burden-free as possible.
Wow, that's very, very generous of you. Well, so if anybody were listening to this, either in the district or in another school district, wanted to find out more, they could just email communications@romeok12.org, and I'd be happy to put them in touch with you. Would that work?
100% share my contact information. I will love to see this at all the schools. I think given where we're at in the balance of city and nature, where I think there's a spot and a fit for all the schools in Romeo, and I would love to, like I said, why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah.
Share what we've learned about the application, share what activities we have. Maybe they have new ideas that we can do, and we can be better. But yeah, by all means, share away.
And any plans for next year or things you want to do different? I know Joanna will be coming back.
Yeah, so obviously, Lucy's first grade, so I'm gonna be around for a while.
And Lincoln's moving on to middle school.
Yeah, maybe we see what we can do in the middle school to get that involved with it. Like I said, I mean, if I expect them to be lifelong participants, I will too. And that's one of the things I love is I have the flexibility and availability to do so. So next year, I don't know what it will look like. I want to do more like hands-on, like outside, getting dirty activities. I was talking some about the science center over there and maybe what we could possibly look at doing with that to utilize that space. Sarah Bliss, who's involved with it as well, she has some ideas. So we're going to do some summer planning, get together, and break some bread and come up with some more ideas how we can always get better.
Yeah, there's always new ideas and new things to do. And well, great. Well, anything you want to add, Lincoln, Lucy, while you're here? Lucy, what do you like to do? You outside of school, and you like to fish?
During my free time, I mostly like to watch my iPad.
She's guilty of that one, yeah.
That's fine. It's
And maybe sometimes when it's warm weather, I might go outside.
Yeah, spring's coming.
Swim, bike, baseball. She does. Give her a reason to go outside, she will.
She will.
So, Link, I have a question for you, though. For future kids coming up in the green team, what would you tell them?
Good question.
Recommend anything. What would you tell the next kid coming into it, the next leaders of it?
I would say probably expect to have a lot of fun, expect to do many things that help the earth, you'll be expected to learn, and just be good.
Be good. Is that what, in your mind, is that like a good leader? Just sort of doing the right thing and others will follow?
Yeah, it's nice. So a lot of his classmates are in it. Joanna, so Sebastian's still in it with us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, so he's still in it with us. A couple of kids from the baseball team. So it's funny, some of these kids, literally, we go from green team, they run home to eat, and then meet me on the baseball field right after. So they get a lot of me, but it's great. They keep coming back. So, we're doing something right, yeah. No, that's the thing. At the end of the day, it's fun. It's different for some of the kids. And it's, they all have little different parts of the background that they bring to the table. And like I said, we've grown and developed through them as much as, if not more than us. So it's nice.
All right. Well, any favorite subjects, favorite teachers? Want to give a shout out to anybody while you have the chance? This is Lucy's first podcast. It's Lincoln's second. So I'm going to put you on the spot.
You gotta give a shout out to your egg lovers.
Yeah, I would like to give out a shout out to my third grade teacher, Mrs. Smith, amazing teacher, and she decided to buy eggs off of us.
Nice.
Lincoln still delivers her eggs every couple weeks to school. So
nice, even though that was 2 years ago, you had her as a teacher.
Nice. I would say both of them have been blessed with great teachers who are involved with them, getting to know them, who have welcomed me and my wife into the classroom for stuff. It's great when you're on a first name basis with the teachers for good reasons. So no, they've both been blessed with great teachers. And I hope Lucy gets a lot of them moving forward too.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Dan?
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to all of the people that joined the green team to help the world.
Nice. That's a great shout out. Thank you, Lucy, for that.
All about the positivity.
Yeah, and it's all about, yes. And would you encourage your classmates to continue, or somebody who wasn't in it this year to do it next year with you? Think it'll be fun? Get some of your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and updating us on Amanda Moore's Green Team and all these exciting developments. It's been a pleasure having you.
It's been a great year, and thank you for having us again. Appreciate it.
And
Thank you so much.
Yeah, maybe you'll come back in a couple years and tell us what you're doing in middle school, Lincoln. So next up, we have CTE Director and Work-Based Learning Coordinator Eva Dawson will be coming with 2 Romeo High School students to share with us how job shadowing has opened doors for them in the industries in which they hope to pursue their careers. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week to keep up with Romeo Community Schools. This podcast is powered by the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. If you're looking to start a podcast for your business or personal use, look no further than MIT TV. Their in-studio podcast experience allows you to record perfect audio and capture amazing video. That's all right here at the MIT TV of Romeo, Michigan. Contact them now via email for a free consultation and schedule a visit at mit.tvpodcast@gmail.com. That's mitt.tvpodcast@gmail.com.